I guess I didn't expect you. Clean up your mess. The washer and vacuum go in weapon slot 6. Both tools have alternate fire modes. Litter too big to be I have to clean? That's the secret mission? That's the game? I guess, what do I do here? Just chill here, cleaning the floors. I mean, I could be a podcast. I could say what are my thoughts on ULTRAKILL so far as an entire game. It's been really great and really, really fun. I did not expect to have as much fun with it as I ended up having. I say this as if it's over, as if I'm done playing it. Obviously, it won't be. I'm excited for when Fraud comes by. God, I should do this methodical. Sorry. Like, it's my first FPS, and usually I don't think... Maybe it's just a pre-sort of judgment. I'm not usually a fan of FPS, but... when I was first introduced to the concept of maybe play ULTRAKILL on the channel, it was under the thing of like, hey, it's an FPS, but it's got a lot of secrets and lore, and I was like, that's kind of why from the beginning I was like, you know what? That's something I can latch onto in an unfamiliar genre, right? Secrets and lore. And those, I think, are the main things that I love to focus on my channel, aside from, and first and foremost, which I think I talked about in a recent episode, is the blind experience. So if you were to rank the sort of how it goes on my channel, I'd say the blind experience is my first and foremost favorite. It is the highest priority for such a channel. Is simply just, I don't know. What kind of blind experience do I get? What is my experience? What secrets can I find without direction? What kind of, stuff do I figure out all on my own, It's an experiment of sorts. And sometimes that results in suboptimal pathing. Sometimes you miss really important things, like I learned in some of like the Rain World DLC when I played through that. But usually if it's a game I'm really passionate about or really enjoy the lore of, I know I just talked about not wanting to 100% all the games, but like, I don't know. There's still a chance I will, If I really, really care about it, then that's something I'll do. Okay, so let's go up here, because this is a huge mess. But first let's do this railing. So yeah, other than like the sort of blind experiment priority I have going on here, like yeah, I'd consider myself someone who, I guess I'd pride myself as someone who, no matter the game, it doesn't even have to have lore, I'll give it lore, I'll ask questions. I'm a world builder at heart, and so anytime I see any world, the best way to like get fun answers, to learn things, and to just have fun for me is to just ask questions, is to just be curious, is to just wonder, how does this work? And I love games that reward me for that, not every game I've played has, right? Okay. But, there are many games that do. And I love it when a game rewards me for being curious, even if, sometimes some people in the comment will say, quit being curious. Even if it's not like everyone's playstyle, even if it's not how, I guess, I don't know, everybody approaches ULTRAKILL. I just love sitting and stewing in these sort of games. I want to live in them. I mean, not really. But I love to give them the attention that, like, they deserve, especially in lore and story. I don't know. And it's a little hard. Okay, never mind. And it is kind of hard because it's really hard to just do all of that, if you know what I mean. It's a lot of effort, especially when you're someone like me with ADHD, and with that comes some, mildly significant memory loss. Honestly, editing these episodes has been like, they help me to learn. That's mainly the case for other games and stuff, but also like, it's the same for everything. I take notes. I look at what I've done. It's also hard sometimes because of my ADHD. Oh, I guess I cleaned enough of it. The rest cleaned itself. But yeah, my ADHD gives me, you know, some kind of memory loss. So sometimes that's why I don't learn things sometimes until after I've edited a video, you know? And recently I've kind of been doing a lot more recording in bursts. Rather than record, edit, I go record, edit. So sometimes those realizations and things I learned from editing that I didn't notice upon recording are like, they just take a bit longer than they used to get into my head for me to realize. But on the other hand, I've also been recording really, really far ahead, as I've mentioned before in my ULTRAKILL. Again, it wasn't until episode 10, I recorded episode 10, that I even had released episode 1. So, and in other playthroughs I've had where I always get this advice or whatever in the aftermath, people will always, they'll always tell you, they'll always mention to you, they'll always tell you tips at the beginning of the game. And once you finally read them after you beat the game or whatever, you either go, oh wow, that's kind of embarrassing, I never figured that out. But most of the time for me, and what I like, is that when all that advice is stuff I figured out playing the game. And I try to do my best to figure out stuff playing the game, but also I'm kind of dumb. I don't promise to be the best playthrough of any kind, of any game, you know. And I always try to make it fun as well. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard, I'll admit. I was actually pretty worried when I first started getting so much, at least relative attention on my ULTRAKILL playthrough, right? It kind of freaked me out because I'm not used to that level of attention. It's not even that much. It's just like hundreds more than I'm used to. So hi everybody who's there. Honestly, this part's going to be abysmal for the watch time if I'm actually keeping all of this that I'm saying here. But you know what? For those of you who are still here somehow, just listening to me, thank you, actually. And also, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, it was pretty worrisome, especially since, like, I don't know. I've gotten more attention on it before, but there comes a feeling of being perceived at some point by a lot more people you didn't expect to, and with it comes a lot. A lot of people also have been offering advice, which I've kind of just respectfully been ignoring. I don't know how best to deal with it on the channel. I don't know how best to tell people that most of the time I'm really not looking for advice. Not unless it's game breaking, not unless like I'll get soft lock. Not unless I'll get, like, locked onto a route where I can't 100% the game or something. That's the stuff I usually allow, but, I mean, I don't know. I feel bad about saying anything. I understand that, like, most other YouTubers don't work the way I do. People aren't going to be used to that, and it's really mostly harmless as long as I just, you know, don't read my comments if it's clearly, like, advice. I mean, to be fair, most of the advice I've gotten has been in the form of, oh, hey, did you know? And again, I also don't blame anyone for having done that, obviously. Like, fully I don't either, because, again, like, honestly, I'm the kind of person who probably would do that too as well, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm very particular with my game, and it will affect my enjoyment of a game, usually, if I have a lot of people telling me how I should be playing, what I should be doing. I mean, people told me the inspirations for this game, you know? Or maybe something the developer said about it. Stuff like that's not backseating or advice. That stuff I've really appreciated as well. But in any case, like, all of it was really overwhelming at first, especially when my first episode kind of took off a little bit. Again, my videos usually don't break 1,000 views. And that did relatively quickly. So it's all kind of like, you know. Okay, how is this desk 95? Hello? Oh, it's the area around it. I see. Oh, gosh, I left my bullet here. My bad. Oh, okay, that doesn't actually count. Anyways, I got really overwhelmed at first, you know, simply from being perceived, and also, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna have a time of it as a YouTuber if I plan to be one further, which I definitely do. I have a lot of other games lined up to be planned. They probably won't be as successful. People will probably leave. But you know what? That doesn't matter. If you're just here for ULTRAKILL, like, good on you. Like, you like a game, you know? You're watching playthroughs of that game. Thank you for stopping by my channel, like, honestly. I have to break it into pieces. Can I just, like, throw it somewhere? Chainsaw, maybe? Can I just, like, hide the body? Anyways, I'm looking forward to playing other games. Again, I'm also looking forward to playing more ULTRAKILL when more ULTRAKILL is out, right? And again, I'll stream it for some, but eventually I'll move on, you'll move on. It's okay, it'll all be fine. Sometimes I get freaked out about being perceived, which is weird for a YouTuber, right? You'd say, oh my goodness, you know? It's my big break. You know, I'm making like $2 per ULTRAKILL video, at least, you know, as of the time I'm releasing this, which is, you know, like something I could capitalize on, but I'm probably just not, because it's not what I want to do. Can I, like, beat up these arms even further? Oh my goodness, you can push it into a pile with the alt fire. Another thing that kind of freaked me out about being perceived, which I might as well mention, it's relatively minor, but it's basically about the fact that I'm trans, and I don't know, I'm a little worried in the sense, like, long term, that, like, how are people supposed to know, you know? I'm a faceless YouTuber. I don't have much indication other than pronouns on my channel page and, you know, my profile picture. And while the trans flag is probably like one of my favorite flags as far as flags go. Oh shit. I'm making a mess. It's not like, I don't know, I don't feel like I need to have it everywhere on my channel in order. I guess I just, more accurately, I don't want to have it on the channel everywhere for people to know. And I know that's probably just like, it's just a me issue. Maybe the real thing that I just need to do is get better at, like, mentioning it, get better at, like, informing people, but it's just a kind of insecurity I have that I'm gonna have to figure out how to deal with long term. Is I feel like I'm, like, I don't like correcting people in general, just on anything, ever. You know what I mean? I'm not a YouTube commenter. I really just don't like correcting people, going, oh, actually, this is how it is. Oh, actually, that is how it is, you know? Literally on anything. And so, especially when it comes to something like, you know, my gender, it's awkward. And just to have a sudden influx of new people who I'm like, that issue was just more brought to life personally for me, and I'm like, I don't like correcting people, but I think maybe I have to learn to if stuff like this will ever happen. And you know, if I ever want to be a successful YouTuber, stuff like that will happen, and I'll have to, like, let it be known. But, you know, I'm still gonna see if I can't do it without, like, having to have, you know, the trans flag in all of my content or whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't need the flag. I could just have pronouns. If I had an intro, maybe I could do that. I don't know. But that was just another thing on top of everything. For those who are here, like, found my channel just because of ULTRAKILL, you might not know that, but you'll be able to find it, at least as of the time this video goes up. My most popular video on my channel is a video where I was awkwardly trying to come out on my channel as a joke. It was very cringe. It's very ironic. I actually wouldn't recommend watching it because I'm embarrassed of it. I I made the video, I was like, well, this is bad. If I actually, like, this is like a good rough draft, but obviously I'll need to replace like half the stuff in here because it's not very funny to me, you know? But then I go, you know what? I don't like putting effort into my videos, so, you know, first draft goes out as it is. I made it. I'm like, it gets the job done, and then bam, 100,000 people suddenly all know I'm trans. And with it came the good, and with it came the bad. And, you know, with everything being how it is, you know, the bad is what my brain likes to cling on to more. I don't know. It's not that great. Do I really need to be... Do I even need to be doing this? I think it's... Oh, litter count is 37. So I do need to clean up the litter. I know some stuff needs broken down. Ah, shoot. Yeah, I'm making a mess. I hope these arms do not count as litter. I feel like they maybe do. Some of this is... yeah, some of this just explodes. I should probably just make a pile next time. I think it's the hands and arms mainly. Oh, this doesn't even stain. That's nice. Litter count 0, but I have to do this again. Okay. Now we know the order to do these things in. I'll be honest. So another thing I could say is, I'll be honest, I've never played a game like an FPS before. For those who don't know, I was not allowed to play games until I was 18, and the only reason I was allowed to play games when I was 18 is because I moved out of the house. But I actually didn't do that till 19, so I didn't really play games until 19. And what I mean is, there were some exceptions to that rule. I had a couple educational games. I had like a chess game, I believe, that taught me how to play chess. I had one of the Carmen Sandiego games, which I actually have played on my channel. You could probably, if you search my channel for Carmen Sandiego, nobody's really watched that, but there is a 1 episode long Let's Play of me doing that. Oh wow, who made a mess in here? 141 litter, huh? Oh hey look, chess. What the heck? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. That's not how chess works. Oh shoot, well you can actually move the piece. Hold on. That's fun. I was gonna see which one was Gabriel, but because I think I saw Gabriel, or maybe it was V2 and V1. I don't know. They kind of looked similar in outline. I couldn't see. I can also just like throw all that stuff out there, right? As I was saying, the games I was allowed to play were stuff like Roblox. That was kind of the major exception, and it was mainly because like, I don't know. My parents didn't really know that Roblox was video games. There was a little bit of deception involved in that. But suffice it to say, despite being, you know, decently into my 20s, there's a lot of games I just haven't played. Again, I was obsessed as a child with Minecraft. Hollow Knight was one of my first, like, you know, games that I actually, like, purchased and, like, you know, was like, all right, this is a game I'm playing, so excited, you know? And I was really bad at it, and then I got a lot of practice, I got really good at it, but I've watched a lot of YouTube as well of people playing games, is the thing. So I've watched a lot of games, but I haven't played a lot of games, and that also means I haven't played an FPS properly, at least like this, and I haven't played a simulator game like this. In other words, this is my first, like, cleaning simulator. Although I would have felt like, unless you count that one part in Portal, my Portal 2 playthrough. That was a little bit cleaning simulator. I'd have to say, pretty fun experience. I kind of didn't expect to be talking this long, though. Another thing with my ADHD, and not everyone likes this, and this is probably going to limit my channel's reach ultimately in the end, is my editing style of a lot of cuts, right? I feel like I do a lot of cuts. Part of the reason I do a lot of cuts is because, again, my ADHD. I always start sentences and I never know how to finish them when I start them. And so, like, I make more sense when I'm allowed to cut around myself. If that makes any sense at all. Anyways, we literally have like one piece of litter left. And here it is. Anyways, I have seen some comments about how, like, you know, my heavily edited style is kind of, you know, not what some people are looking for. And I totally understand that, you know. Oh, there's a recycling bin down here. Oh, I can put stuff in there. Huh. But it does make me a bit self-conscious, though, like, to be honest, I probably wouldn't be doing YouTube if I couldn't, you know, didn't have that editing power to do it. It does kind of mean that, like, I have to put a lot of work into, you know, editing all these episodes, but I've kind of been doing that. I kind of do that already, so I would get more into, like, everything I'm talking about now, but honestly, this, whatever episode this is probably long enough, and I'm already planning on touching on most of these things and getting into them more in a video that I have coming up. Should be pretty soon. Wow. What is this? Just the fire's white now, huh? I think we're almost all the way clean. Door will open when it's all clean. I mean, I'm glad that it allows you to say. Does that just happen every time? Yeah, it does. Allows you to save your cleaning progress just in case. Imagine if I died. Okay, so I think the outside is what needs cleaned the most. Also, hold on. Yeah, I knew it. Can I just like throw that up there? Is it gonna like plug itself up again? I'm a bit confused. I also imagine you're supposed to find this. I don't know. Oh, it just cleans it of the blood. Do I still gotta do all this? I still have to do all this. Well, I'll get to work. Okay, is there any way I can put this back on now? Yeah, this one's the one that has the guy on the back. I don't want to see if I can't see that. There's like a dead skeleton inside. Hold on. Yeah, that's not that great. I feel bad. Anyways, it's getting kind of late at night, and, you know, it's obviously been a while. I think I've ran out of topics to just keep talking about. I mean, no doubt I could keep talking. That's actually a kind of thing with my ADHD is, and that helps me actually with the YouTube channel, is that I always, like, am just finding shit to say sometimes. Sometimes it's a superpower. I've literally talked to my siblings for like hours and hours and hours. And I'll end up in a call, and guess what? I'll talk with, you know, my friends for hours and hours and hours and hours. I'm always the last one to leave, the last one to have nothing to say. When everyone else is ran out of anything to say, I'm always the one to still be talking just to herself. It's very silly. But yeah, as you can imagine, that's like a superpower kind of for a YouTube channel. I can't say everything I'm saying is interesting, and you know, if you've watched the channel for a while, you know that not everything I say is interesting, but I hope I'm fun enough for some people, at least. The idea that I could make someone's day better when, you know, sometimes that's what I myself need, you know? Sometimes I, you know, watch people to help make my day better. The idea that I could do that, that somehow for some people, it's kind of heartwarming. It means a lot to me, and sometimes I just you know, it always surprises me when I do get the good, like, the comments like that, you know? That they go to sleep to my videos, or that, you know, they're looking forward to my video, or that are disappointed that I don't have a video, or, like, the fact that anyone watches me is just, it's baffling to me. It helps, you know, it helps my surprise, or sort of, like, fear of being perceived sometimes, like, by too many people all at once, all whom I don't know, I have no control over, you know? It's also maybe why YouTube decided to start randomly disabling comments on my videos for no reason. Like, could they fix that if that's a thing? I think that's a thing that they did, and I don't know why they did that. I've never disabled comments on anything before. I don't believe in that. I mean, I still reserve the right to if I would like to. Again, fear of being perceived and all, fear of not having that control, but I'm saying I haven't because I'm trying not to, at least. But yeah, YouTube's been doing that instead, and sometimes I go up to them and I say, why is your platform weird sometimes? Why is there like a commenter who just never shows up, only under newest? And it's like, oh, they don't have a profile picture. And I'm like, but I know they're real, they're not a bot. And YouTube's like, nope, their comments can never be seen by anyone, ever. And I say, okay, well, YouTube, what are you up to? And then it's like, did you know that we now have on some shorts, randomly, we'll just show you this button that says speech to song, and it takes a transcript of the short you just watched. Not even the short you just watched, a transcript, word by word, of the short you just fucking watched, and then we'll make a song out of it for you. We'll allow you to, on your phone, while scrolling shorts, make just an AI generate a song based on the transcript of a video that, like, of a short you're watching. And I'm like, this is just even more proof to me that, like, I need to get off shorts. I need to not watch shorts ever. I hate that that's even a feature. It's even an option. Who would do that? Who scrolls shorts and goes, you know what this, you know, Family Guy's funnies needs? Let's make the transcript a song. Not even the voice clips, the transcript of the voice clips, which is going to be inaccurate, because who subtitles shorts accurately, you know? I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously people do, but what I mean is the YouTube subtitles. Who even uses those on shorts? Are they even an option on mobile? I don't even know if that is an option on mobile. It's like a miracle at all. Then I go, okay, well, I don't like this speech to song, you know, thing that you have going on here. Could you please do something a bit more useful? And then they say, oh yeah, no, how about this? And then I look at what they did, and it's extend with AI button now on YouTube Shorts as well. More proof I need to just get off, never use YouTube Shorts. Because now it'll just extend a video, any short, from any point in the short, and extend with AI, and it's just as nightmarish as you'd think. Like, I don't know, I don't know, I feel like they just have other problems to focus on. If anyone's, you know, hearing this, can you tell me how I run to be the new YouTube CEO? I would love to do that. I mean, first off, it'd be great for the pay, you know, but also, like, I think I'd stop AI, and that would just save everyone money. Because, yeah, I usually don't like AI here as well. I mean, unless it's in games. And by that, I mean fictional AI. V1? V2? They're alright. GLaDOS? GLaDOS is chill. I think GLaDOS is great. More GLaDOS. She's awesome, actually, just, you know, in general. But yeah, just like all of that. Did it open? This should be all good now, right? It is all good now. Blocking door would close. Door will open when it's all clean. I mean, you don't tell me where when does the door open? I might be missing a room somewhere. Oh wait, there's 7 litter count in here. I forgot the litter. And when I did this room. Are you those 7 litter? Please don't be. Are you any of the litter at all? Oh. Nice. It's clean now. Litter count 0. Oh, but the floor. Oh, okay. I guess I just totally forgot to. Yeah, no, that's totally my bad. Oh, nope. Thank you. The exit is now open. Have a good day. Let's see Testament 7? Testament 5. Hey, God.